What if something you take every morning with the hope of staying healthy is silently working against your heart? You wake up, the sun filters through your curtains. Maybe there's a gentle ache in your joints, or maybe your back takes a little longer to straighten. You reach for your glass of water, and then, like clockwork, you open that familiar cabinet. There they are, your vitamins, tiny capsules, chewable tablets, a rainbow of promises neatly lined up in bottles. You take them because you've been told they help, that they protect you, that they're your first line of defense against illness, against aging, against fear, and you've done it all faithfully, day after day, year after year. You did everything right. You followed advice. You wanted to protect your heart, but no one told you this. No one told you that the very supplements you trust may be slowly chipping away at the health you're trying to preserve. You might think it's just a harmless pill, just vitamin C or E or something natural, but your heart may be telling a different story. That flutter you sometimes feel in your chest. That strange tiredness that seems heavier than before. That sense that something's not quite right, even if all your tests say otherwise. Could it be that your body is trying to whisper a warning? Let's pause for a moment. This is not about fear. This is not about shame. This is about truth, about clarity, about listening to the quiet signals your body has been giving you. About honoring the heart that has carried you through so much and is still beating for you every single day. Because the truth is, as we get older, our bodies change. What worked when we were 40 doesn't always work the same at 70. Our organs, our blood vessels, our hearts, they become more sensitive, more vulnerable. And yet, most of us never adjust our supplements. We keep adding more, thinking it can only help. But more is not always better. Sometimes more is too much. This message is for you if you've ever sat at the kitchen table, lining up your pills with quiet hope. If you've ever wondered, even for a second, whether all these vitamins are doing what they promised. It's for the caregivers, too, the sons, the daughters, the spouses, who prepare the morning routine with love, never knowing that one of those capsules might be causing harm instead of help. It's time to have this conversation. Not because you've done something wrong, but because you deserve to know what's right. You deserve to understand which vitamins may not be as harmless as they seem, and why your heart, the very core of your life, might be asking for a change. Stay with me. I promise this will be worth it. You've trusted these bottles long enough. Now it's time to trust something even more powerful. Your body. Your heart. Your wisdom. And before we begin, if this message already speaks to something inside you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell icon so you never miss a chance to take care of your health in the most loving way possible. You deserve it. It often starts small. You're standing in the pharmacy aisle, reading tiny labels under flickering fluorescent lights. One bottle says, supports heart health. Another says, essential after 50. You hesitate, but then you think, why not? It's just a vitamin. And so you begin. At first, it's one bottle, then 2, then 5. Before long, there's a neat row in your kitchen or bedroom drawer. Each morning, you pour a glass of water. The pills rattle gently in your hand. You trust them. You want to trust them. Because you've seen friends get sick. You've seen loved ones fade away too soon. And deep down, all you want is to stay strong. To stay independent. To stay here for the people who still need you. You take your vitamins like a silent prayer. You never skip a dose. Because you've been told it's good for you. Because it feels like doing something, like being proactive, you don't feel sick. Not exactly, but there's that heaviness in your legs when you walk to the mailbox. That flutter in your chest when you bend over. That breath that feels just a little too short even when you're resting. And still, you think, that's just age, that's normal. But what if it's not? What if one of those tiny pills, the one with the label you can barely read, is quietly adding stress to your heart? You see, no one talks about this part. No commercial says too much of this could hurt you. No label warns that older bodies may not process vitamins the same way they once did. Your heart is older now, wiser, but also more fragile. It beats slower. It works harder. And some of these heart-healthy pills may be sending it mixed messages. Maybe your blood pressure has been harder to manage lately. Maybe your heartbeat feels off, but your doctor can't find anything wrong. Maybe you've just been feeling more tired, even after a full night's sleep. You blame the weather, the mattress, stress. But what if the real culprit is hiding in plain sight? You see, many seniors take vitamins, not because they're deficient, but because they're afraid of forgetting, of losing mobility, of becoming a burden. So you collect these pills like armor, not knowing that, slowly, gently, some of them might be wearing down the very heart you're trying to protect. But here's the good news. You can change this. You can choose to ask new questions. You can choose to listen, not to advertising, but to how your body truly feels. You don't need to stop everything, but you do deserve to know what's necessary and what may be silently doing harm. And as we continue, I'll walk you through it all, step by step, with care, with kindness, with your heart in mind. You're not alone in this, and you don't have to figure it out by yourself. If any part of this feels familiar to you, I want you to know you're already taking the most important step, paying attention. And if you haven't yet, take one more step right now. Click like to let this message reach others who need it. Subscribe to the channel so you'll never miss the health truths no one else is telling you. And if someone you love takes vitamins every day, share this video with them. Because this isn't just about supplements, it's about saving hearts, one beat at a time. Imagine a garden. You water it every morning, faithfully. You give it sunlight. You pull out the weeds. You do everything right. But over time, you notice the leaves begin to droop, the colors fade, the flowers no longer bloom. You wonder why. You check the soil. You try more water. You even buy expensive plant food. But the truth is this. The water you've been using, though clear, though pure, contains tiny traces of something harmful. Not enough to see right away, but slowly, quietly, it has been changing everything beneath the surface. That garden is your body, and the water is the vitamins you've been trusting for years. You didn't know. You couldn't have known, because no one told you that too much of a good thing can become a burden, especially for an aging heart. You see, when we're younger, our bodies are more forgiving. We can take extra. The kidneys flush it out. The liver keeps up. But as we age, our systems slow down. What once passed through now lingers longer. And certain vitamins, like vitamin E, calcium, or even fish oil, can build up in ways that put pressure on the heart, causing irregular beats, making blood thicker, even triggering silent inflammation inside your arteries. You may not feel it right away. But day after day, year after year, the effects can grow, just like that garden, wilting quietly, not from neglect, but from the wrong kind of care. You were only trying to help yourself. You weren't careless. You weren't foolish. You were trying to live longer, to be healthier, to protect the heart that has loved, lost, given, and endured so much. But sometimes even the kindest intentions need to be re-examined. This is your moment of clarity, a gentle turning point, not to panic, not to throw everything away, but to ask, is this still right for me? To say, my body has changed. My heart deserves a second look, because what serves a 30-year-old body might be too much for a 70-year-old heart. You don't need to know all the answers today. but you can begin with one decision: to look at your vitamin routine with new eyes, to listen more closely to what your body has been trying to say all along. This could be the start of a new chapter, a simpler one, a lighter one, where health isn't built on bottles, but on awareness, on wisdom, on love. So if this message feels like a mirror, if you see yourself in this story, take a moment now, click like if something inside you just clicked. Subscribe, because the journey to safer health choices continues in every video. And share this message with someone you care about. Sometimes, the truth isn't loud, it's gentle, like a whisper from your heart, saying, "Thank you for finally listening." Let's sit down together, just you and me, and look at these vitamins again. Not with fear, not with blame, but with understanding. Because your heart has been through enough, and now, it's time to give it a little peace. We'll go through the common vitamins, one by one, the ones so many seniors take without question. And we'll gently explore what your heart might be trying to tell you. Let's begin with vitamin E. It sounds harmless, right? It's often labeled as an antioxidant, something that fights aging, that protects cells. But what many people don't know is this. In high doses, vitamin E can thin your blood, and while that might seem helpful, it can actually increase your risk of bleeding, especially if you're already on medications like aspirin or blood thinners. For the heart, this means added risk, not protection. So if you've been taking high-dose vitamin E for years thinking it's just a supplement, this may be your chance to step back and say, "Do I really need this?" Next, let's talk about calcium. Calcium, the bone builder. We're told to take it as we get older, especially women, to prevent fractures. But here's what they don't always say. Calcium doesn't just go to your bones. If you take too much, or if your body can't absorb it well, it may deposit in places it shouldn't, like your blood vessels. Over time, this can lead to hardening of the arteries. Think about that. The very thing meant to keep you strong may be stiffening the vessels around your heart. Does this mean calcium is bad? No. But it means food sources like leafy greens, almonds, and sesame might be gentler and safer than large pills. And if supplements are needed, they should be guided by a doctor who understands your current heart health. Now let's open the bottle of vitamin B6 and B12. These two are often taken for energy, nerve function, and brain clarity. But here's something few people are told. In large amounts, especially when combined with other supplements or fortified foods, they can overstimulate your system. For sensitive hearts, this can mean palpitations, faster heart rate, and even blood pressure spikes. If you've ever taken your vitamins and felt suddenly jittery, or found it harder to sleep at night, even when you're tired, it might not be just stress. It might be too much B in your bloodstream. Let me tell you a quiet little story. There was a woman named Mary. She was 74, lived alone in a small house with a rose garden out front. Every morning, she made her tea, turned on the radio, and took her 7 daily supplements: vitamin C, D, E, fish oil, magnesium, B-complex, iron. She didn't really know where the habit started. A neighbor, a magazine, a well-meaning nurse. It just became routine. But lately, Mary noticed something. Her hands felt colder than usual. Her heart skipped a beat here and there. She felt tired, even after her afternoon nap. One day, after forgetting to take her pills, she noticed something else. She actually felt better, less heavy, more calm. Her chest didn't feel as tight. It was like her heart had space to breathe again. So she began to ask questions. She took all her bottles and put them in a basket. She brought them to her doctor, not the rushed one, but the kind one who listened. And together, they removed 4 of the 7. It didn't happen overnight, but slowly, gently, Mary started to feel more herself again. Her walks to the garden became easier, her sleep deeper, her spirit lighter. It wasn't magic. It was clarity, and this could be your story too. You don't need to quit everything. You don't have to throw out years of effort, but what you can do is simplify. Start with just one question each morning. Do I still need this? If the answer is uncertain, pause. If you feel doubt, listen. You can even try what Mary did. Take a short break with your doctor's okay and observe how your body responds. Sometimes, silence tells you more than noise ever could. Remember, your body is not what it was 20 years ago. And that's not a bad thing. It's wiser, more intuitive, more sensitive to what truly matters. And maybe now, what matters most isn't how many pills you take, but how gently your heart beats through the rest of your life. You can nourish it with laughter with a friend, a short walk in the sunlight, a warm bowl of soup made from real food, a moment of stillness before bed, and yes, by letting go of what no longer serves you. That's health. That's healing. That's heart care. So as you look at your vitamin shelf tonight, ask with kindness, is this helping me? Or has it become a habit I no longer need? You're not behind. You're not late. You're exactly where you need to be, to begin again. And if this reflection brought you comfort, please like this video so it can reach others who need a moment of clarity. Subscribe so we can keep walking with you through every season of this journey. And share this message with someone who might be carrying more than their heart can hold. Let's make room for healing, one small choice at a time. Take a deep breath. Place your hand gently over your heart. Feel that rhythm, steady, quiet, faithful. It's been beating since the day you were born. Through joy, through heartbreak, through years of laughter and loss. Your heart has never taken a day off, not one. And now, it's asking for something simple. Not more pills, not louder promises, but more presence, more peace, more listening, because true health doesn't always come in a bottle. Sometimes, it comes in a decision to do less, not more, to simplify, to trust your body, to honor what this season of life truly needs. You see, aging is not a decline. It's an unfolding, and the heart, it doesn't need to be pushed harder. It just wants to be heard, nourished, protected. You have the wisdom now. You've seen the trends come and go. You've watched the shelves fill up with new names, new claims, new cures. But deep down you know this truth. The most powerful medicine is understanding. The most healing act is awareness. And the greatest gift you can give your heart is to let it rest from the things it no longer needs. So as you go about your day, maybe tonight or tomorrow morning, take a quiet moment, open that cabinet, look at those bottles, and ask softly, is this helping, or have I outgrown this? You are not broken. You are not behind. You are someone who still gets to choose, to protect your heart, to lighten your load, to step into the next chapter with more ease than the last. And as you do, know this, you are not alone. Thousands of others are waking up to this same truth, one conversation at a time, one video at a time, one heartbeat at a time. So if this message touched something inside you, click like to let your heart be counted, subscribe to the channel so you'll always have a voice walking beside you, and most importantly, share this with someone you love. Someone who may still be carrying more than they realize, because when we begin to care for our hearts, not with more, but with meaning, that's when healing truly begins. Your heart has always been there for you. Today, let's be there for it.